Ryan here with Quantum Wellness. Today, I want to discuss mastering your training with Oxefit's advanced features, and we'll be diving into the incredible capabilities of the Oxefit XP1 and the XS1 equipment. So learning how these cutting-edge machines can take your training to the next level with the advanced settings and features designed to both maximize strength, power, and performance, which you wouldn't traditionally be able to do in the gym. So let's dive in. The burnout setting. The load will either increase or decrease with each consecutive rep in that set, depending on your selection. So if we increase the set, we'll set an additional load amount to be added incrementally after each rep. So you can set it for 1, 2, 3, 5, 20 pounds, and it will increase that on each additional rep that you do. On the decrease, you can set a load amount that will be subtracted incrementally after each rep. This training method is designed to increase your overall muscle hypertrophy, including size, stamina, and motor unit recruitments. Now, chains. Some of us are familiar with chains in the gym. The load will increase or decrease throughout the range of motion depending on your selection. So if you've selected chains and regular, the load will increase throughout the concentric phase and decrease throughout the eccentric phase, with the full chain weight being applied at the top of your range of motion. This training method is designed to increase your explosive power. Now, in an example of a squat, what will happen is as you're standing there with the chains on your back, as you squat down, the chains will build up on the ground and lighten up as you are, and you'll be in the lightest load as you are in the deepest part of that squat. And as you stand back up, when you are physically stronger, it will add weight at the top. Now, on the XP1, we can invert that. So the load will decrease throughout the concentric phase and increase throughout the eccentric phase. So with the full chain weight being applied at the bottom and range of motion, when you're, again, using the analogy of the squat, when your glutes are at the maximum stretch, that's when you'll also have the maximum load. And science has been shown that the eccentric, first off, we're stronger in the eccentric portion than we are in the concentric portion, but also hypertrophy is maximized at the stretch position. So this training method is designed to help maximize your force output during the onset of each concentric phase. Now, you guys have seen me post a lot about the overload setting, more on the XP1 than on the XS. But on the XS, the overload will increase and decrease in an alternating fashion during each phase of a rep that is determined by setting the independent concentric load and eccentric load. This is very important distinction between the XS1 and the XP. So if you set it at 10 pounds for your concentric phase and 30 pounds for your eccentric phase, and then as you're doing the set, you decrease or increase the concentric phase, it will have no impact on the eccentric phase. While the XP1, the load will increase during the selected phase of each rep by setting the percentage of overload. So for example, if I set it at 200% and I've got it at 10 pounds, then my eccentric phase will be 20 pounds. So on the eccentric overload, because you can resist a greater force than you can generate, setting heavier eccentric weight is a very effective strength building method. And this training method is designed to stimulate greater muscle growth, improve joint stability, and decrease the possible risk of injury. On the concentric overload setting, the setting heavier concentric weight allows for you to conserve more energy during the eccentric motion so you can generate more concentric force. So this training method is designed to maximize load, capacity, and power output. So, and that would be great for somebody who do a lot of explosive exercises, power lifters, sprinters, things like that. The adaptive setting. The load will increase with each rep until your motion indicates a struggle. This is gauged by a target average concentric speed you set. The goal is to perform each rep with a smooth and consistent speed in order to find what your optimal load is, which is the amount that you can complete approximately 10 reps of with moderate effort. So setting the target average concentric speed based on the specific exercise movement. For example, ones that are more explosive should have a higher target speeds. This training method is designed to determine your optimal load based on your concentric phase velocity. Reactive. This load will increase or decrease based on the previous rep's average concentric velocity in order to help you maintain a consistent target speed. This training method is designed to maximize the concentric load you can move with a certain velocity. Now, perturbation. You've seen me post this before, especially with the squats. The cables will receive randomized oscillations throughout the range of motion that disrupt your balance and force your body to react. This training method is designed to improve the body's ability to react and stabilize effectively. It enhances overall strength, coordination, core activation, and it helps with injury prevention. The virtual spotter setting, this load will gradually or instantly decrease when a struggle is detected based on the mode selected. And you have 3 virtual spotters: gradual return, gradual reduce, and instant. Now, in the gradual return, the load will gradually decrease when assistance is needed to complete the concentric phase of a rep, and will then return to the full amount once the rep is completed. So, for example, if it was 100 pounds, then it will reduce to, let's say, 80 pounds. As you go back up and start the next start the next rep, it will go back to 100 pounds. Where in the gradual reduce, the load will gradually decrease when assistance is needed to complete the concentric phase of a rep, and will then remain at that reduced amount for the next rep. So back to my example, if it was 100 pounds, it recognized that you struggled. So now it's 80 pounds. So the next rep that you do will stay at 80 pounds. And then the instant, the resistance will be unloaded completely when you are unable to complete the concentric phase of the rep. And honestly, when that happens, it kind of feels like the device is throwing you up. This training method is designed to maximize your load capacity by allowing you to safely attempt heavier loads and or more reps during a lift than you typically would be capable of. And it will allow you to do this in a safe manner, especially if you are training alone. Now, the OxeAir, which is only available on the XP1, the load is applied before each jump and remains in place until you become airborne, at which point it is unloaded for you to land safely with just your body weight. This training method is designed to help improve your explosive jump power and increase your vertical. So it's great for anybody that needs to jump. So your basketball players, your volleyball players, things like that. This would be a great way to measure your improvement and a great way to train. So OxeWheel, this one also only pertains to the XP1. It is modeled after a flywheel training, which generates resistance from the momentum of a spinning wheel rather than the force of gravity like traditional weightlifting. The OxeWheel enables more control over the eccentric resistance based on the concentric force applied. So you'll apply more force during the concentric phase to generate more virtual momentum, which will then be inversely applied during the eccentric phase for you to resist. The concentric resistance is based on the wheel size you select, and the eccentric resistance is capped at the load that you set. The first rep is a calibration rep. This training method is designed to allow eccentric overload and variable resistance, both of which are effective in stimulating muscle hypertrophy. To get the most out of this training mode, set the load as high as you can safely lift. Now, another feature that only pertains to the XP1 is the tempo setting. You'll use the tempo lights as a guide to match the velocity of your movement during each individual rep. This training method is designed to help improve your technique and increase your time under tension. And there is one setting that on the advanced setting that pertains only to the XS1, and it's the force plate on the XS1 will measure the weight distribution when conducting lifts and will display a balance meter on the screen to provide real-time visual feedback of any asymmetries in your balance. Whether you're training for strength, endurance, hypertrophy, Oxefit's advanced features are here to help you reach your goals faster and safer. So tune in to see these modes in action and learn how to incorporate them in your routine. If you are ready to elevate your training, reach out to us. Start your personal training journey with Quantum Wellness. And if you are interested in offering training in your wellness studio and want to learn how to incorporate the Oxefit, please also reach out to us. We can help connect you with the right individuals. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.